I'm at the scene of the crime, where a tragic daylight shooting claimed the lives of 2 individuals and left another seriously injured in Alberta's capital city, Edmonton. The question is, does this incident have any connection to Indian extortion gangs? Or could it be a power struggle within the Sikh community, given that one of the victims, Buta Singh Gill, was a president of an Edmonton temple, a fact omitted by the mainstream media? The police investigation is still ongoing. However, I have obtained court documents, land titles, and funding disclosures to look into the matter. Here's what I found. This neighborhood became the latest crime scene in Canada's #1 city for homicides. According to eyewitness accounts, a black Nissan car did a U-turn after exiting the construction site, bumping into the would-be shooter from behind. This altercation apparently led to the shooting of the driver, resulting in life-threatening injuries. Then, the suspect shot Buta Singh Gill, the owner of the construction site. Moments later, the suspect committed suicide by shooting himself, as per the autopsy report. Some sources say that Buta Singh Gill had received extortion threats in the recent past. Although family members do not believe the killing is related to extortion gangs, Edmonton Police are investigating if there are any links.
Well, a string of arsons in Edmonton has police concerned, and now word the attacks could be tied to a large-scale extortion scheme. The alleged targets members of the South Asian community.
Who are these extortion gangs? Early in 2024, Edmonton Mayor Amarjeet Sohi appealed to the federal government for help after the city fell into the grips of a violent extortion gang operating out of India. This gang, believed to have Khalistan connections, regularly targets South Asian communities, such as Sikh home builders, extorting large sums of money, committing drive-by shootings, and carrying out more than a dozen arsons so far. This is one possibility that the police are looking into. But Buta Singh Gill wasn't just a home builder. He was also the president of a prominent Sikh temple in Edmonton. In recent years, there's been a spike in targeted shootings of Sikh temple presidents and prominent Khalistan activists. Who is really behind the killings is a puzzle to be solved. In 2022, acquitted Air India bombing suspect Buta Singh Malik was shot dead by 2 gunmen. Who hired the gunmen and ordered his murder is an unanswered question. Despite his history as a prominent Khalistani activist, Malik began speaking favorably of the Indian government before he was killed. His statements were widely criticized by the community. Some Indian sources allege that the killing had links to a prominent Khalistan activist, Guru Nanak Temple President Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Hardeep denied such allegations. 2 years later, Hardeep Singh Nijjar was assassinated outside his temple in Surrey, BC. In contrast to Malik's murder, the Khalistan activists made a lot of noise, accusing India of being behind the killing.
These are a very dangerous group of radicalized...
In late March, I interviewed Canadian-born former Sikh by the name of Bob Ray in Sacramento, California, where Khalistan activists were having a non-binding referendum to separate from India. Bob Ray doesn't believe the Indian government's involvement in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, so I asked him who it could be.
Hardeep Singh Nijjar was a questionable character that gained control over a Sikh temple located in British Columbia. He was just a gangster, and he was eliminated by other gangsters in Canada. There's hundreds of these Punjab-related intertribal gang warfare murders all the time.
And today, with the recent killing of Buta Singh Gill, involvement of extortion gangs is not the only possibility for the tragic killing, but an internal power struggle is also a legitimate question to be entertained. Court documents from 2013 demonstrate a bitter power struggle. According to the court documents, Buta Singh Gill was accused of bringing disharmony to the temple for years. According to Buta's brother, Avtar Gill, there were members of the temple who politically opposed the insider group that ran the society's executive committee and religious committee. In his affidavit, Buta Singh Gill affirms that there is a power struggle within the society and that the insiders are using the membership process to exclude political opponents, including himself and his brother, to maintain power and control of the society. Are there any links to Buta Singh Gill's murder with extortion gangs and the power struggle he was involved in? This will be the puzzle for Edmonton Police to solve. However, Buta Singh Gill was a longtime donor of current Edmonton Mayor Amarjeet Sohi. Before becoming a citizen of Canada, Sohi was jailed in India, accused of being a Khalistani terrorist. Sohi's list of controversies and financial mismanagement, both as a mayor and a minister, goes on and on. Whether it be the Regina bypass scandal or the Gordie Howe scandal, shady would be the most polite term to summarize Sohi's track record. Substantiated evidence suggests that Sohi was involved in secretly facilitating the enrichment of his brother's trucking company at the taxpayers' expense through federal projects, including sole-sourced contracts to his brother's trucking company from other fellow Khalistani ministers. Today, many believe that he is the reason why the city of Edmonton has plunged into such new lows, like being the murder capital of Canada. With such a background in terrorism, corruption, and a high school education limited to English as second language, many wonder how and why the federal Liberals choose him to run for politics. One of those who was not happy with Liberals' preferential treatment for Sohi was Varinder Bhullar. Today, he is the family spokesperson for the murdered Buta Singh Gill. Bhullar ran for Liberal nomination in 2015 and sought a court injunction to prevent Liberals from acclaiming Ward 12 Councillor Amarjeet Sohi as their candidate in Edmonton Mill Woods. He said that he was sick to his stomach, the way the Liberal Party pushed him off the race to make it easier for Sohi. As per election campaign disclosures, both Buta and his brother's trucking company made donations to Amarjeet Sohi's political campaigns. In 2018, while Sohi was a federal minister, Buta's brother's trucking company, AB Gill Trucking, faced $3 million in fines for trucking overweight loads. Police alleged that the company had illegally moved thousands of tons of dirt, but for some reason, the Crown withdrew all 1,900 charges against the company. Who could be behind Buta Singh Gill's murder? Can the Edmonton Police handle this investigation without political interference? Only time will tell. If you would like to support my independent journalism, please consider donating at mediabizirgan.com/donate so I can continue to bring you the news that matters with all of its relevant factors. Thank you.